welcome to Friday Nights with Emma. Hope everybody's well and enjoying the sunshine this week. Just going to give everybody a minute to join. I'm just doing my usual unpicking while we're waiting. It's not fun.
It's ASCII. Oh, no, never mind. Go ahead.
Okay. Good. Although you've got a link now, so. Hello, my boy. Hello, Link. So the camera won't be very smooth. Oh, Mikey's behind camera, so say hi to Mikey, everybody.
Susan is watching.
Hi, Susan. Oh, who's a happy cat? You helping?
Cheryl is watching.
Hi, Cheryl. Yeah, these are tiny, tiny stitches. It's not fun if you have to unpick these.
Terry is watching.
Hi, Terry.
Christine
Hi,
from
Christine.
Glasgow.
Hi, Christine. Glasgow.
Sandra.
Hi, Sandra.
Gail.
Hi, Gail.
Helen.
Hi, Helen.
Judy.
Hi, Judy.
Judith.
Hi, Judith.
Diane.
Hi, Diane. Almost need a smaller unpicker for this.
Anne from Warrington.
Oh, hi, Anne.
Diana.
Hi, Diana.
Diamond.
Hi, Diamond. Hi, Shirley.
Sandy.
Hi, Sandy.
Also says hi to Link.
Yeah, here he is.
Lorraine.
Hi, Lorraine.
Deborah from Kent.
Hi, Deborah.
And Karen says, hope you all had the sun today. It's been glorious here.
It has been nice. It's still been cold, but it's been really sunny. Actually, we've had a sunny evening all day, every day this week. Hasn't always started sunny, but it's always ended sunny.
Elaine.
Hi, Elaine.
You're Sarah.
Hello, Sarah. Did you get your jab? Have you got it booked?
Christine.
Hi, Christine.
And Jackie.
Hi,
Christine asks what we have planned for tonight.
Some minis.
Cheryl is watching.
Oh, hi, Cheryl. So this is what I'll be doing on Sewing Street next week. But I thought I'd give you a little preview of what I've been doing, because I actually have to make a finished sample.
Ross from Derbyshire.
Oh,
it's
hi,
been
Ross.
a beautiful spring day there.
Yeah, it has been nice.
Dawn.
Good. Hi, Dawn.
Kate.
Hi, Kate.
Claudia.
Hi, Claudia.
Sheila from Litchfield.
Oh, hi, Sheila.
Beverly says you're on the big TV this evening.
Oh, yeah.
And says, bought the book. What a good challenge this will be. Looking
Yes.
forward to watching your demo on Sewing Street. Lauren is also in Kent.
Oh, hi, Lorraine.
Hillary
Hi, Hillary.
is watching. And your Sarah said, yes, had it at 11 a.m.
Oh.
Sore arm now.
Yes, Mikey got his today too. He was the second person to get his done today. He was there early. But that's Mikey. That's what he does.
Better early than late.
Yeah. So that's what he had. And Mikey said he doesn't have a sore arm yet. I think might know it in the morning. But yeah. But other than that, you should feel fine, Sarah. At least I didn't have anything.
Did Sarah go to the showground?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Elaine asks, will they be selling fat 16ths for such a tiny project?
Yeah, they should be. I think it's still half meters, so you're definitely going to have plenty. Because I have been using, these are my little bits to use that I will be doing. Sorry, I'm just going to finish unpicking this because it's one of those, even if you're ever so slightly out, it's obviously it shows up, so.
Claudia says that there's loads of Star Wars fabric today. Is there?
Oh, where?
I don't know. Deborah says to make sure we take painkillers, both me and yours, Sarah.
Oh, yeah. I was fine, actually. But they did say, they said to take paracetamol, but I asked them, they said ibuprofen is fine if that's what you've got.
Claudia says the fabric is online.
Oh.
Christine
well, there you
says,
go, knock yourself out.
Christine, no, you do, you do. Christine says her second jab is on the 1st of May.
Oh, nice. Good. Get everybody getting vaccinated. Right, so I'm just picking that. So what I have done so far, you can see, these are my little houses so far. So I'm unpicking it because this house, I've sewn them in a strip, but the house in the middle is a little bit lower than the rest. And when I had a look at it properly, I'm like, no, that's not going to do because it has to be pucker. So those are my houses.
Sandy had her second jab yesterday, feeling fine.
Oh, good.
And Lorraine says, so I may need to get out the magnifying glass for this demo.
It is tiny. So there's 8
Judith had
house
both
blocks.
hers and no problems at all.
Oh, good.
And Claudia is waiting for her second appointment.
Yeah, I think Mum has hers next week too.
Good.
Yeah. Oh, so that's what it will look like when they're all sewn together. So I've got my 3 in a row. This is a piece of sashing. It's obviously a lot bigger than it needs to be. It's going to be like tiny when it's done.
Christine is watching.
So what I thought I'd do is show you how I'm making one block, but using the red. And so for these, I actually used lightweight interfacing.
Christine says, well done. They're so tiny.
Okay.
And Judith says, they're amazing. You've got the patience of a saint.
You know, actually, time-wise, it takes about the same amount of time as stitching a normal one, I have to admit. So, yeah, it took me most of last week to get these done.
Helen said, just received your second lot of American hand piecing patterns from Sewing Street.
Oh, yay. Yay, enjoy. I've got 2 more in the works, so hopefully those will be ready for next month at some point. We'll see. Yeah, so these I did with lightweight interfacing. So they are quite stiff, and the seams are a little bit bulky, but I think it will work. And also what I liked about having the interfacing is that because your seams are literally 1/8 of an inch, it gives it a bit more stability. I thought that might be quite nice to have. But I'm going to try it on tissue paper. This is just tissue paper like you put in like a gift bag.
Annette asks, when is the mini quilt on Sewing Street?
It is next Friday. Oh yes, which reminds me. So next Friday I'm going to be on Sewing Street in the morning, and then I'm actually going to go and pick up Kaylee in the afternoon. So timing wise, I'm not quite sure how it's going to work out next week, but I'm hoping, even if it's a little bit later than 8, me and Kaylee will be doing it. So we'll just have to see how the traffic is and how everything goes. So let me see this. So this is that side of the house. Now I'm going to start with it's just like normal foundation paper piecing, and I found it a little easier because the pieces that you have to cover are so tiny that you really have to work hard at not having it cover once you turn it over. And I made my pieces extra large, so much larger than they actually needed to be. Although I did manage it, one of the roofs didn't quite cover. I'm like, really? Really? The roof is this big? And it still didn't cover it when I flipped it over.
Carol is watching.
Oh, hi Carol. So before I start, I've got my Microtex needle in place already. So that's what I've been using. I'm actually using the bottom line thread, although I think for next week, I think they've got Aurifil 50, which is still quite a fine thread to demonstrate with.
Beverly asks, can you do the houses with soluble interfacing?
Yes, you probably could actually, so it would all dissolve once it all got put together.
And your Sarah says that'll be good for you both as you have not seen each other for a long time.
No, it hasn't seen.
Diana says
November.
You must be overjoyed having Kaylee coming over.
Yes,
So lucky for you.
My baby will be 27 tomorrow.
And Jackie says maybe I could do a demo next week.
Yes.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Oh yeah, it's what he said. So I've got my stitch length set to 1. So lots of tiny stitches. My only concern with the tissue paper is with those tiny stitches, it might rip. We'll see. Link, leave your papa. Let's see, I need to find some good scissors. So what I'm doing, I've just sewn my first seam. So I'm just folding my papers back to cut that seam, trim that seam allowance, just like you would a normal foundation paper piecing, only it is about 1/2 inch wide. So actually I'm going to take a little bit more off that, make it a little bit less bulky. There we go. That's one window.
Diana says her baby is 27 in November.
Oh, snap! 1994, good year. Hey, Link. Yeah, see, that's the only thing. So what's happening, because those stitches are so close together, my tissue paper is pulling apart. So what I fear is, I'll try it, but I don't think that my piecing will be quite as accurate if that paper shifts. We'll see. We'll see.
Christine says maybe I can make my trousers next Friday. No.
Some comfy wear. Oh, there's guys on the sewing bee. There's the biker guy on the sewing bee.
Yeah, no.
Even.
It's a valuable skill to have.
It is. Whatever I think of the sewing bee this week, I have to admit, I think my favourite is his name Adam? The guy from the cruise ships. I just think he's adorable. He's such a sweetheart. Reminds me a little bit of Travis. Ever so slightly a little bit of Travis. There we go, sir. Get in there. Got a little window. Right, next bit. So I found cutting my pieces of fabric into sort of, what are they, about 1.5 inches by about 3/4 of an inch. It's way bigger than I need, but oh, I need to do my white first.
Jackie says her eldest baby is 48 today, and her next one is 45 tomorrow.
Wow. That's a March. Oh, it's April, isn't it? April birthdays. We usually have lots of March birthdays.
Karen says Adam is lovely. I like the two young girls too.
Oh yeah.
I hate the transformation challenge though.
Yeah. It's polarizing for sure.
And Lori says good evening. Lovely and sunny in Suffolk today.
Oh, nice. Oh, Suffolk. I do like that county as well. Actually, there's not any I don't like.
Kate is watching. Oh, Kate says yes, Adam is lovely.
Yeah. Yeah, the transformation, I think they're a little bit harsh when they judge, because they don't really give them much to work with, and then they complain that, you know, the patterns don't match or the fabrics clash. Well,
Judith says her Harry, the spaniel, is 10 years old today.
Aww. Happy birthday.
And your brother is watching.
Hi, Simon. So far it's kind of holding. It's a little bit more fiddly, I would say, than the interfacing, but you will be able to rip this out afterwards.
And Julie says her granddaughter was born today, Clara Amelia.
Oh, welcome to the world. Congratulations. On, St. George's Day. I always think today's Earth Day, but that was yesterday. St. George's Day. Perfect. Okay. This one here. So the blocks are actually made in 4 parts. So this is the bottom right hand side. So the bit that I'm making.
Karen also agrees that judging is a bit harsh when they only have 90 minutes to create a ball gown out of 5 pairs of board shorts.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
I agree with that. So this part that I'm making is this part right here. So that's the windows done. Now I need a bit of red. Link. I wish you guys could see what I'm seeing. Link, he's got a new thing where he likes to sit on Papa's shoulders. He's not the most graceful of creatures either.
Thank you, Link.
There we go, so that's the top, that's the bottom part rather. So now I have to rip some of this off to cut that down. There we go. I have to admit, it is reducing the bulk quite a bit compared to these. So it does do that. Let's see, the next bit is red.
And that says watching you whilst cooking tea late tonight.
Oh.
Been to her granddaughter, Beatrix.
Oh, nice.
She was 4 today.
Oh, happy birthday, Beatrix. Beatrix? Beatrice?
Beatrix.
Beatrix. That's a pretty name.
And Christine's asked, have you been lucky enough to have your nails done?
Yes, Sarah did my nails. Although I've chipped one. But they all look nice and pretty again. Managed to get my hair cut this week as well. So, yeah, my poor hairdresser. She's like, she's been working late, obviously, to fit everybody in. Because everybody was desperate for a haircut. She was ragged. It was only Tuesday when I had my haircut. So she'd been a week at it. But she was ragged, poor girl. That was the last appointment of the day, so I took her a bottle of Prosecco to chill with afterwards. There we go. And then one more. This is actually working pretty good, I have to admit. I'm pleasantly surprised.
Sarah is watching.
Hi, Sarah. You said Sarah was watching. Oh, is that a different Sarah? Different Sarah. Okay. I think you definitely need to practice that. I definitely have some other patterns in the book that I'm going to want to try at some point.
Terry says, I have to wait another 2 weeks before I can get mine cut.
Oh, no.
Karen says, yay, nails and hair. Had my hair done too this week.
Nice.
Feel human again.
Yes.
First jab next week.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, I'm feeling hopeful about this, folks. And about this easing of lockdown and how everything is going. Just the government that has me despairing. But there we are.
2040 will be here before you know it.
Well, I did get told off at the bank today.
Why?
Well, because I didn't see there was a notice on the door that you could only have 2 people. I mean, it's not a small bank. Yeah, so I got told off because there was already 2 people in the whole branch, and I had to wait outside.
But you wouldn't know that until you actually entered the bank. Are we talking the Stanford Bank?
No, the one in Oundle.
Oh. And Sarah says, I thought it was 2032. No,
it keeps increasing.
it keeps increasing.
Woo! Okay, so that is the first one done. Pull that up. So my tissue paper, it kind of did hold up. I mean, I still need it in order to sew around the edges to see it. I just used a pencil to trace it through, so I might use something a little bit more substantial to see it. Not super, my sewing isn't super accurate because my windows aren't exactly the same size. But it's a fun little thing if you get into it. Because it'd be nice for the front of cards or something like that. Christmas trees are a nice, easy one to do as well. I've seen that for Christmas cards. That's my scissors. So let me do the next window. The hard part will be the free motion quilting. Let's see, start with a white one on this. I need some more. I need to cut some more. What do we do with it? It's not actually white, it is here somewhere. Oh, come on.
Joanne and Mom Marine are watching.
Oh, hi, Joe.
Joanne says that looks fabulous.
Oh, thanks. If I can find it.
And Elaine says, how many houses in the quilt?
There are 8.
And Tina is watching.
Oh, hi, Tina. Oh, you know what? I do. I said I have some. I thought I did. Oh, here's some. I can use this. Yeah, there's a little bit here I can use. That's what I need.
And Wendy says, thank you, are amazing working with such small pieces.
Well, it's definitely a first. I've been quilting for a long time. This is a first for a miniature. But never back down from a challenge. I think it's one of those things you don't know until you try it. Like a lot of things. Let's see. What size? We need about that size.
And Wendy asks, what is the name of your Pocky thing, please? P-O-C-K-Y, Pocky thing? P-O-C-K-Y, Pocky? Pokey?
Oh, Pokey. This? My seam ripper? Now, I've got a few. I have quite a collection. So this one, and they both fit in. This has got a stiletto on that side. And seam ripper on that side. That one came from, oh, actually I don't think I can tell you because that was my very first one, and it was just some random chap on Facebook in an upholstery group. But oops, some of these are, this is it's a pen to go with my seam ripper, pen coal turnings. I've got a seam ripper to match that one. Same one. So pen coal turnings, they're on Facebook as well. Or cream and brown. I think that's a pen coal one as well. Cream and brown, Claire at Cream and Brown does them. She's done some lovely resin ones for me. That I'm pretty sure is Claire, I think. But yeah, if you look on Facebook, I'm sure I've shared them before. There's some gorgeous ones. And Claire is at Cream and Brown. She's making us a box for Monty too. So I highly recommend her. Right, now I've just got to think about which way this goes. There we go. So that, and a little bit of red. Oh, actually, I'm going to do a different colour. I'm going to do grey for this one. And I'm going to cut that up a bit more. There we go. Because I quite liked the way that the two colours looked.
Lorraine asks, what are the best small scissors you would recommend?
anything Fiskars. I don't have mine handy. The little orange ones. These are, oh, these are Fiskars. I do like these. I'm trying to think where I got them. I think I got them with something else. It might have came with my big long arm sewing machine. But Fiskars, I don't think you can beat Fiskars scissors. And they have some ones like these are quite pointy and sharp, which I quite like. I've got some more orange ones, which are a little bit bigger, but also quite as pointy. And those are nice.
Sheila says her son had his first vaccine yesterday in California.
Oh, yay.
I feel quite relieved. Just my youngest son and his wife to have theirs now.
Yay. Yeah, we're getting. I saw somebody I went to grad school with got his today too. So yeah, let's get in there. Talking about the free motion quilting, one thing I do like about the pattern is that it is all drawn out for you. So what I will do is I will put it on a light box and I will use my friction pen to actually trace the actual design, so I've got lines to follow when I am free motion quilting. Yep. The other one. What would be handy, actually, if you had it, is the wall mat, pressing mat, and one of those little mini irons, so that you could press each bit as you went.
Gail asks, she's intrigued with what you are working on top of.
Oh. So this one I am using is what I've traced as my foundation paper is tissue paper. So just plain white tissue paper like you put inside of a gift bag. So really fine tissue paper.
And Joanne asks, you might have said, but are they cutting to 1/8?
1/8, yes. I'm going a little bit bigger than 1/8, but it should be about 1/8. Because it just feels wrong to cut that small of a seam.
And Christine says she has a pair of orange Fiskars sharp pointed scissors.
Yeah, that one hasn't come out quite so good. Yes, I like those. And another person that I shan't name likes those for, not for cutting fabric, but for...
Gail says, sorry, on your desk, the drawing.
Oh, the drawing. Oh, okay. Yeah, that one shifted. That one isn't working as well. So you can see it's not quite as accurate. So it was going good so far until then. So this is what comes in the book. So in the miniature quilt book that I'm working from, you get all of the templates, and these are to scale. So that is the actual size. So I have messed these up slightly, but this is what I'm working on. That's the actual sort of finished size of the quilt, the miniature quilt. So those are the templates, and that's the scale. And then they've drawn out all of the quilting that you need to do, and that's the actual size of it. So that's what I will be tracing onto if I can, because it's a grey, which isn't the best thing to do, but using my light box, tracing it onto the quilt.
And Jackie says you could borrow her mini iron. And
I have a little clover one somewhere, but it's typical. Whenever you don't need it, you always find it. But can I find that little clover mini iron? No.
Diamond says, I spent the last 2 days trying a quilt, my first ever attempt. Just got to finish hand stitching the binding tomorrow to gift it on Sunday. Love a bit of pressure.
Oh, yeah. We have to send us pictures. We want to see that. Let's see, what am I doing? Oh, yeah. So I'm not happy with that. The reason it's shifted is, as you can see, that because the stitches are so close together, it literally just cuts right through that paper. Right, so I'm going to go back to interfacing. So where did I just put there? This. The other thing I liked about doing it on this actually is, so I'm drawing it on the papery side of the interfacing, and then it'll be reversed on the other side because I want it to be, that's the sticky side, I want it facing out the sticky side, and that also helps me to make sure that I'm orienting it correctly.
Elaine asks, would greaseproof paper be too thick?
I didn't try it actually. I've got some. That's what this is. I think it might be the same problem, but it's because it's sort of a paper. You have such small stitches, I think it's going to literally cut through the paper. So I'm going to recommend this.
Barbara says I got a light box if you need one.
Oh, thank you. I actually have one in the cupboard, an old-fashioned. Oh, yeah, you do. I remember now. I was thinking about that actually when I was thinking about using mine. So Barbara's husband made her light box. She told us. So hers is special. I have an old-fashioned. When I say old-fashioned, it's a big clunky thing rather than the nice slim, you know, things that you can get nowadays.
I thought we had a light box.
I do. It's right there. It's in that box.
Oh.
There. That's better. I'll show you the difference. So you can see I've just stitched that down and it's not coming apart whatsoever. So it does add a little bit of bulk because it's a little bit more substantial, but I think it's going to be more accurate in the long run. Cut that extra off. And this isn't for a competition, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. There we go. Yep.
Joanne says she has a printer that scans, and I've been known to use that as a light box.
Oh.
Just have to be careful not to photocopy as I am using
it. That's a good idea. There we go.
Claudia says, like everything, by the time you unpack it, it's old as a new, better Fandangled one comes out.
That's true. Although I do like, I mean, ours is literally, it is pretty old-fashioned. And you know what? I don't mind because it's probably a lot easier to fix. It's just literally a light bulb over a piece of Perspex, isn't it?
Mm.
So it can't really go wrong.
Mm.
Yeah, see, that's much better. See that compared to, where did I put the other one? To that one. See, it went a bit skewy. So you do get a bit more accuracy with this. And then I need another bit of white. One thing I did find was just like with a regular foundation piecing, is if you fold it back and cut it a little bit more to size, it's a lot more manageable. Oh, got to do top and bottom first. Almost got ahead of myself. And then sides. So let's do that.
Joanne says the fabric is lovely.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I really like the grey. Like I said last it's school uniform colours, but I do like it.
Christine says she put a light under her Perspex genome extension table.
Oh, that's clever.
And Claudia asks, would this be easier if you handed it?
If you did it by hand?
Yeah.
No. No. It is easier on the machine, trust me.
Joanne asks, this is almost scale model size. Am I not tempted to have a go? And Sheila said, I made one with a box picture frame and an LED light.
Oh, nice. That's a good idea. Right. So, that's my window and all the sides of my house done. Now we've got to get the white on the side. Just right here. There we go.
Carol says, sorry she has to go.
Oh, hi, Carol.
Pain meds are kicking in.
Oh.
Only came out of hospital today, had hip replaced.
Oh, wow. Wow, yes, you go and have a rest. Wow. I hope you didn't have the hip replacement today. I hope it's been a few days ago and you just came out of the hospital today, though. But yeah, wow. Yes, you go and have some rest. Although if you're anything like my old neighbour, she had her hip replaced and within 2 weeks she was cleaning out the fireplace and doing all that. Remember, Beryl? Nothing, not much can stop Beryl.
No, not much can stop Beryl. Bless her.
Right, so that is that side, and then that attaches on to that to make the bottom of the house. This is where I've lost my nice little pins, but those little applique pins would be perfect for this, but I'm going to use gargantuans. And the way that I found that worked best is sticking it straight up and down, not pinning it sideways, if that makes sense. Oh, there's that bit. And that goes through to there. So I'm going to leave my pin just like that, because if I were to do that to make sure that everything's lined up, this top one will shift down a little bit, but I want it to stay accurate. And I've got this one which will go into this corner. Yeah, so it's a little bit tricksy, and again I think those little applique pins would be better, but I'm just going to put it through the machine like that as best I can, keeping everything lined up. I will take the first one out before I start stitching now, don't worry. I'm not going to end up with a pin in the eye. Oh, don't use. It's trying to have an argument with me. It's sorted itself out just in time. Right, let's see how that goes. Let's have a look. Whoa. Looks about right. Well, I've got a bit of thread stuck in the middle. Hello, Link. Yeah, I'll have to cut that out. That is the bottom of the house. I'm going to reverse this one. I'm going to have, instead of having it with the patterned fabric on this side, I'm going to do it on this side, and that's all going to be red. So, next is the roof. Oh, which I need to do from this. Now the roof, what I had to do was trace it on this side to get it going in the correct direction, and then do it on the other side as well so I could see it better. So I'm tracing it first off on the sticky side.
She says she can hear Link purring.
Yeah. Your motor's running, Link.
Joan is watching. Sorry, late to the party, but we'll catch up later.
Oh, yeah,
The
yeah.
houses look great.
Oh, thanks. So, if I show you. This is what I mean by doing it with interfacing and with the sticky side. It helped me to keep everything orientated correctly. There. So my piece actually looks like that. So it's reverse of what my house is. Can you see that right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So when I actually apply it, the correct side is going to be on the sticky side, and it will automatically be correct when it's the correct side. I'll show you. So first off is some more of that cream. So that's going to be there. And then I need a piece of red, which is going to go like that. So like that. There. Yep. There. Trim that off. What are you doing, Link? Now what I did with the roof was cut it off because funny shape. Yep. It's just a tiny piece on the roof, a little bit of white. That's what I'm working on now, that little sliver of white. Oh, and the other thing that I did, I forgot to mention, was that I have almost slowed my machine all the way down so that I can really watch it. That's that bit. Now this next bit is quite a large piece, but it's got angles on either side. So like I said, this is the bit that I actually managed to sew a piece on that did not cover. So it's this shape right here. It's like a parallelogram. So I've got a nice big piece of fabric. And what I did to make sure that it covered was I put it on top and then just roughly folded over the edge to about the angle that I'm looking for on that side. And then I trim that off at the same angle, lay that on there like that, so that when I sew it, see it's at a funny angle now, it's going that way, but when I sew it down it will flip up and it will cover the roof, hopefully. That's sewn on. Trim it down. There we go. You do end up with lots of sort of threads, and then that goes over there like that. Woo! And it covers. Now I've just got to do the white bit on the end of the roof. So let me do that again. So it's there. So I'm just marking where the seam line is going to be and cutting off plenty of extra seam allowance to get roughly the shape. Let's see, is that going to be big enough? No. Oh, here's a nice big piece. There, that'll work. There we go. So as far as FPP goes, I actually don't mind this because the pieces are so small. Even I can't fluff it up that much. There. That's my roof. It looks a bit of a funny shape because I haven't trimmed off all the seam allowances correctly, but there's my roof. There's my bottom. Right, now to put... Oh. I've mixed my colours up. Oh well. I did my colours opposite. Oh well, this is why this one's a prototype. There we go. So normally I would press that before I sewed it onto this bit, but principle is the same as before. Poke it through the corner. Actually, my wall mat worked really well for this. Just to give it, there we go, and roof. So now I need to go through that corner there. Next one.
Dharma says one swish of the dog's tail
Yes.
in her room and all the pieces would be nestled on the floor with the rest of the bits. I keep meaning to vacuum up.
Yes, I did have to make sure I kept track of where everything was. I do have to admit. So then that needs to match to here. There. There. And one more for this corner. Ooh. That wouldn't have been good. There. There. So it's all pinned. Now I've just got to keep it pinned while I'm sewing it. There we go. Let's have a try. Right, that one came out, so I'm hoping that's still lined up. Oh, need poking. Oh, what's that had on it? What's that had on it? It's yellow. Yep. We'll see. I'm not feeling too hopeful about this one. Let's see how accurate it's come out. Oh, yeah, it's a bit skewiff. Some of the points, well, the points are matched, only it's skewiff. There. So it's got a nice matched point here, but it has gone astray along the end there, because that is narrower than it ought to. So what's happened? I think it's, yeah, you can see, I don't know if you can see. I've strayed from the line, so that's the sew line right here, and it is what, maybe a 1/16 of an inch off. It should be there. But I'm still a fan of using the interfacing rather than the tissue paper, I think. And of course, then my colours are mixed up as well. But, so, that's how you make the blocks. I don't know how they're going to show that on Friday, because there's a lot of close-up work. But we'll see. We'll see who's on camera. They're going to have fun with that. And then I did the same thing. I've actually got interfacing here in my sashing, where I've drawn my interfacing on. So that can actually be trimmed, because I'm happy with that. I had to unpick this a few times too, so, but I'm happy with how that looks now. And I think, looking at the patterns, this might be, I don't know, I'll have to have a look, the simplest one to start off with. Because there are actually still relatively big pieces compared to some of them. Let me have a look. Let's have a look, see. Oh, it does show you all the, I remember, I think all of the, there they are. Oh, no, actually, those are all the patterns that are in here. I'd probably say the seagull is probably the easiest one to start off with, because those pieces are quite large, and but then you've got the seagull to contend with, and then the houses might be the second one. But yeah, there's some lovely patterns in there to try. I really like the flying geese actually, but then I have a thing for flying geese. And the pineapple. And the pineapple and the New York Beauty. Yeah, I think there's still going to be some patterns to do on there. What time is it getting to be anyway?
2 minutes to 9.
Oh, wow. That went quick. Didn't that go so quick? So the last thing I need to do on my house, which I won't show you, but I need to do my chimneys, which are on the top. So that'll be my last thing to finish, but I might redo him anyway, because I want my colours to be all the same. So hopefully that was interesting. My little foray into miniatures, which you'll see again on Friday on Sewing Street. But yeah, definitely, I'd say definitely worth having a go. Even if you just draw your own, you don't have to use the book and the patterns, but have a go at drawing your own, maybe like Christmas trees or something a bit simpler, something that, you know, small enough to go on the front of a card or something. Yeah, and give it a go. Don't discount it. It's actually quite enjoyable once you kind of get into it. So have a good weekend. Thank you for joining, and I'll hopefully see you next Friday with Kaylee. Bye.
Good night, all.